Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna show you my newest collection, Sandy Beaches. I'm pretty excited to show you this really wonderful collection with lots of texture for your vacation photos, for your beach photos. I tried to bring in a lot of nature, soft colors, and let's go and check out what I've created for you. So these are the previews now, and as you can see I have 2 packs of artsy bits and pieces, and we have artsy overlays, we have a mix pack of layered masks, and of course we have a painter's toolbox and the storybook templates plus the weekly templates. And my girls created some beautiful layouts here, and as you can see the colors are going from blue to those nature beige colors, but plus we have pink, and all together I think all those colors the summer does have is come up in this collection. So let's jump into the first folder, which are the artsy bits and pieces number 1. And here we go. We have here a lot of different artsy bits, and I've created some really some goods which you can maybe find on the beach, with sea stars and a lot of shells, little shells you can see here with a little bit of sand between. And I think that one is one of my favorite artsy bits here in this collection. And this is the pack A, and then we have a pack B because there are so many bits in it that I have to split it up for you. Sand, beach, we have a little bit of gold in some packs like this one, which combines with a sandy stuff perfectly, and everything blends perfectly when you place them on top of each other. We have here a little bit of a scene with this sun umbrella. Is this the right word? Just don't know. Just let me know. And yes, these are the artsy bits and pieces number 1. And then we have the second folder with the artsy bits and pieces number 2. And here you get a lot of watercolor, a lot of texture. I didn't add much of realistic elements, so they are very textured and watercolor combined with each other. And what you can do here is you can create perfectly blended together bits like that one. And I'm gonna demonstrate you just for a few minutes here. Something like you can only drag and drop that over here, and then we pick that one and place that here on top. Maybe turn it a little bit, and maybe that one, so we have a little bit of beach vibe in it here, and place that here on top. And as you can see, only those 3 create some beautiful nature artsy look in just a second. That one, maybe you can blend that now with color burn, linear burn, so that's a bit more heavier. We place that underneath it, and this is how you can build up really very slowly an artsy page. You can also use those artsy bits and pieces number 2 packs as a mask. So we use that one now as a mask. We place that underneath it here and just turn on my Pixabay app here to load some photos into. And where is it? Hello? It doesn't connect here. Okay, we go here through the folders further. So this is what you can see here, and then we have also a B pack as well, and I have already here added such a combination of the textures to this pack. Also that one is also one which is ready to go for you. And here we have also some, this is really an awesome texture here. Let's use that as well here and place that here. Okay, here we have some images, and we use the first one open as a clipping mask. And here we go. And as you can see, we have this perfectly blended now. And let's move around a little bit the textures, what we already added. Maybe that's too rough and we use something else. Just that one. That's a little bit softer. And as you can see, it's almost ready. And let's leave that layout now how it is, and let's jump into the folders again. And here we have those artsy overlays. They are transparent, black, and you get with that pack as well an ABR file. So if you loved brushes, so this is for you for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. And you can use those overlays however you like. You can use them how they are. You can use them and add maybe some artsy bits. Let's do that. Let's open that one. Drag and drop and clip that. And here it is. So this is it. Let's move that texture a little bit. If we get another. So now it looks like as the turtle, the turtle jumps in directly into the splashed water. So these are the artsy overlays, and you can use them in so many different versions and place them and you can overlay, use here the overlay, so it's only soft blended. Oops, over here. Or you can use color dodge. That will not work because it's black, and they subtract. This will also not work. So you need to go through all the layer setting, what works with the background you have just chosen. And you can also clip images, you can use styles, what we will later try on when we jump into the painter's toolbox. So let's go back here into the folder. So these are 8 different artsy overlays with an ABR file. And then we have a layered mix. we have those two shape layers, and also here you can add or clip anything you like, a photo, and the best will work here maybe with some styles, and for that we load the styles here for demonstration. And as you can see, I added here an instruction, and it says clip your image and use layer settings overlay. So anything you clip here, you can turn that off or delete it however you want, and add on the dolphin mask a style for, or any photo, or you can clip a you can clip a paper on it. Let's go, and we go to the letter papers. Just drag and drop that over here, and we clip that here, and that looks pretty good. And then we go into the as the instruction says, go to overlay. Okay, so we go here and use here overlay, and what it does now, it blends with the shadowing of the mask itself, so you have here a more dimensional look now. And here is our layout, and let's drag and drop that, and we can move here this dolphin and look at it, how it jumps out of the water. And what we're going to do now, if we add to our layouts such layered masks, we stick them together here with this link tool. That was the wrong one. Just, this is the clip, then we have the mask, and then it's the frame. Yes, so we have the three, and when we now move it around, nothing will happen and we don't lose any of the layers. And maybe we place that on top. I don't know what we're gonna do now with those birds. Okay, let's see that. Okay, so this is what you can do now, and maybe we add here again a little bit of a water. Do we have here something here like that one? Let's try that one. So I wanted a little bit of water. No. Maybe that one. So I want that it really looks like the dolphin is jumping out of the waters to create this scene a little bit. So we have here some bubbles coming up, and then we have here the texture, and the dolphin is jumping out of the water. So we created now a little bit of a scene here. So let's go back into the layered mix we were. Okay, here we go. So we have here two different of those dolphin, and both work with those instruction I have added. Okay, and then we have some two out of the box frames, one with this warp shape and the round shape we have here, and then we have some torn frames, and they all work the same. You have the shadow layer, and then we have the rib, and then we have the mask, and you add to the mask always your image, and this is how it can look. And only for demonstration, I'm gonna pull that here into the page in it. And this is how one of those tiered masks look like. And then we have another one. It's round. And then we have those warped ones, warped frames. Also here I have added this instruction which you can turn off. And also here you go over the mask, and then we add here this lady maybe. So we have that here. And as the instruction said, we shall overlay that. So you can see now this this texture of this of the mask goes through and shows up in the image itself. Also here we can, and what we do now is they are linked, and this time we convert to a smart object. So when we resize this frame, we will not lose any of the original files. And if we want to change anything, we have now the smart object. We double click on the little icon on the layer, and it opens as a PSB file, and we can now change here in this PSB file easily into another image like these two. And also here we go to overlay. Now it blends, we save it, and then we have this new photo here into our layout. So this is a little bit of a trick how to use all those layered frames in a layout and get here the perfect way to work with it. So you get here 2, 4, 6, 8 PSD files. They are all layered, and all are the way set up that you only need to drag and drop your photos and use them in any layouts. So these are the layered mix. And then we have the magic lights here. We have a lot of bokeh, and we have some beautiful, beautiful overlays. So they are 12 by 12 as far I can remember, or they are also can be, no, they are a little bit smaller, but it's not a problem to resize them because they have the size that you can resize them onto the 12 by 12 size, and you don't lose any of the solutions. So this is what you can do. You need really to play with the layer settings here, and you can see here you lighten up here a little bit with soft light, and color burn darkens it a little bit, but you get this sun flare here into it with this overlay. But you also can add here only sparkles, and also here don't be afraid to make them bigger. This will not do any bad thing to your images. So, and as you can see, you get here with the setting that you choose now a color burn here, this detail with the turtle comes up pretty nicely here in this corner. And also here you can see this little heart here, and let's turn it off and turn it on, and you get a little bit of a warm feeling then into your page by adding those magic lights. So this one will be, it's really dark. This will color burn pretty much, and And now with lighten, you can see you get here this lens flare effect really nicely here. You can place that here. And what you can do, if you think this shine here is something that you find disturbing, just make a clipping, a mask, and choose white color and brush that away, whatever you don't want to see here. Make it a little bit bigger. And here we go. So you only have this flare here on top of your photo, and you are done. And this is only done with that magic light. So a lot of different ways to play with this collection, and I think those magic lights are just perfect for this collection. Okay. Word arts. We have a lot of different word arts. We have some transparent ones. We have those Dymo type, and then I have this golden one, and then we have those ones. These are like tears from paper out. And also here you can color burn that, maybe go a little bit, and we go underneath that one. So now we can start to decorate. Golden glow would be nice. And so you can see it's so easily to build up such an artsy layout within a few minutes, and don't be afraid to use and play with the artsy bits and blend them with each other, and you get so great effects by using those different stuff. And don't be afraid to use the color settings of your layers. The color burn, linear burn, they give so great effects, but you need to learn that. It's not that you can use it and it works, because you need to learn what kind of color your image does have and how everything blends together. I can teach that, but the best way is to try and learn and to use it again and again in different ways, and try it with different backgrounds, try it with different layer settings, with the magic lights. So it's a lot of playing for you. This word art, I love to create it. Actually, I thought I will do a whole alpha, but it turned out that I didn't wanted to overload it and use only that one word here. So maybe this golden summer word art here, we golden glow, or we use only golden summer and we turn off or we delete the rest, the glow. Let's see how easily that goes. Whoops. Now we have, okay, so we have only the golden here. So we have here a golden summer now. And isn't it, that looks great, I think, especially with this summer word art here. It's really, it gets more and more depth into the page itself. You have this photo with the water, with the sky here, with the spreading of the water, and then in the foregrounds you have this summer word art. I think it really looks nicely, and it's done it really in a few minutes, and I hope you can use that now what I'm creating here for the future, and it gives you some inspiration. So we are here in the word art pack, and I like to load that here because I will show you later something with the painter's toolbox. So we place that here. Okay, next folders are the papers, and these are the letter papers, and I really love them. And don't be afraid to use them in a 12 by 12 image. So when you open them, go to image and go to image size, and we have here resample, and then we go to pixels, and we change from the width to 360, and it's still it doesn't blur or anything, so you can resize that without any big issues. So as you can see now, this is by 66% now, and this is the 100% now, so not any problem. And to make it now in a square size, we go and use the canvas size now, and we press here because maybe we only want the part underneath, or so on the bottom, this part. So we click that the point is in the middle on the row underneath, so, and then we change the height to 3600. Proceed, and now we have our 12 by 12 paper, and can then use that in a layout however we want it to. And this is how it can also look with the letter paper here. And this is how they all look. I think they all are pretty nice. I really enjoyed to create them, and they turned out really nicely. This is a nice sundown, and then we have here with those gold flakes I have added. Here's also that's also pretty nice. And we get here all together 9 different letter size papers. So they are perfectly for the storybook templates. And then we have the solid papers. So we don't have any mixed media papers this time in this collection. And these are the solid papers for this collection. We have some neutral ones, the bluish, the pink, and this apricot, and a little bit of yellowish paper. So now we go into the painter's toolbox, and we do have some stitches, a whole pack of stitches. I still can remember when I did them. I did them when I was in Spain. I think it was in March, and I've created them there, and now they are here in this collection. And I think stitches are always awesome, and they give all pages a nice look, and something, how can I say, artsy, and also it's realistic. It's like really that you stitched with your sewing machine here, something around, and when you see layouts created with real paper, those paper scrubbers, they use a lot of those stitches. And this is what you can simulate here. Okay, so we have here brushes, stitches, and you get an ABR file, and you get 13 different messy stitches. And there's an ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements attached in this pack. The next pack is the brush mix, and you get 30 different brushes here, and they are a little bit from like the artsy bits, but only in black and white, and you can add them wherever you want and create also with that kind of black transparent files, some extra details. Also, you get here with this pack an ABR file for Photoshop, and it works also in Photoshop Elements. I wanted to add that one, maybe. No, not that one. Maybe this one with the bird. So let's see. We can do that here and place it underneath over here. Yes. So, okay. So yes, this is the brush mix file folder, and an ABR file is also attached. Then we have the brush tool. Beautiful. Double click on it and it will open. Usually it should work in Photoshop. It will work for sure. And in Photoshop Elements, I think it will work from Elements 12 and higher. It can always happen. I need to say that it can always happen that in older version it doesn't work. Please write me an email. Maybe I can help you. It always can be that that I find an issue then later, but it really can happen that in those old version of Photoshop Elements, those dynamic brushes doesn't work. I always try to check everything out that it works, but yes, it can happen. What I'm gonna do now here, I wanted to copy actually the paper because of the brush tool. Okay, we have loaded them. We go to the brushes, and this is how they look. These are the dynamic brushes, and let's add here some more, and this is what you can do with it. You can paint. This is what I'm going to do now, but I have black, so I can use that one really now as an as a mask, and add that here, and you can see how it blends. And let's start a new layer, and we add here some we go to the color, not a color effect, we go to the brush mix, put the styles and colors. So I have also again loaded here for you into the shop this freebie, which contain the swatches and also the styles of the colors I have used in this collection. So we have here those colors, and let's add here a little bit of a watercolor, and we change the so totally different, and you can really nicely paint with that masks, but you also can create your own kind of papers. Start always a new layer and paint. What I need to say is that I use here to paint, and all my dynamic brushes are created for using a Wacom board and a pencil. With a mouse, it can look always different. Now I'm using here a mouse. The pressure sensitivity is gone, so this is not available when you use a mouse. And if you use a Wacom board with a pen, you have this pressure sensitivity, and you can see it is not as hard as using when you're using the mouse. Next one here. So you can see a lot of different soft brushes here, and they blend so great into each other. And if you like to change a little bit of them, you can change here the mode of the brush itself. When we go to color burn, as you can see, everything gets much more intensive more. So changing here to yellow, you get a green. This petrol goes into green now, and there are so many different ways to use that. Let's delete that. So that. Okay. Okay, we have here this photo, and then we create a new layer on top of it, and then we have this brush, and as you can see, we have now this color burn, but now we change the setting. Going to multiply, it doesn't much. Color burn, and you now see that with the yellow and the yellow of the image itself, it intensifies more. So let's change here a little bit the color of the brush. Blue does nothing at all. So we change here maybe color burn to overlay, and let's see if anything happens. Still nothing. We get here a different effect now. And let's go to pink, and you can see that we start to, so as you can see, there are so many ways to use those brushes now. Changing here now the color settings. This is to lighten. This does nothing. That's also nothing. So we have this overlay, soft light when you turn it off and on. So this is nice now. So this is it. And of course, mainly I've created those painter's toolbox brush tools to create your own masks, because of the blending, they are just perfect to blend into each other now. Let's see. You can see how it perfectly blends here into the other photo. And yes, we can use that. And maybe add here this just created color overlay on top, and see what it does. you have here this nice blending on top here of the beach now, and this is how you can start to work with. Let's remove a little bit of the harsh edge here on top. I've created now a mask on this photo to not lose any of the original photo. I think that's the most essential thing you do. Don't remove anything from the original photo. Always put on top this kind of mask here, which is here on the bottom line here. And because if you don't like the result and you have everything removed from the photo itself, you cannot restore it back. But if you have a mask, you go and say only delete mask and everything is back again. And if you like to turn on and off the mask, then you press the shift and click on the white mask, and you can see, and when you click again without anything on the keyboard, the removed mask is to see again. Okay. I'm talking a lot in this video, a lot, with a lot of tips and tricks for you. So, this is what I wanted. Go here more up. So we fill that all. Okay, so we have that little bit of a composing done with those brushes. And yes, this is the brush tool. So also here you really so many ways to use that this tool. Play with it. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me. I often don't know how much I should tell you in the videos and how much you already know, or let me know if you want to know something special. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is the brush tool set ABR, and it will work definitely Photoshop CC, and older version, I think it will not work in Photoshop 5.0, 5.5 will work. Photoshop Elements, I think 12 and higher. But already mentioned, I don't know if it really will work. If you have any problems, feel free to ask me and get in contact with me. Okay, next folder, color effects. Please, color effects, this tool, this PSD file, it's only a PSD file, will only work in Photoshop CC. It will not work in Photoshop Elements, never ever. You can try it, it will only open one layer PSD file and nothing more. So, color effects. You open this PSD, it's a 12 by 12 file. I've added one photo and there are 20 layers. Okay? And those layers you can turn on. So what you can do now is you place a photo of what you like. Maybe we add this one. Okay, so this is our new image. The one I have already in is only for demonstration. So this is it. And now let's turn on the photo effects. And this is what happens. And now you can add, you can change here with this color. There are presettings to change your photo. I want to add, yes, come on, this woman. We'll leave that how it is. Okay. as you can see, this is what happens to your photo. This is black. I think beautiful, right? And what you can now do, you can change the color. It's only a color setting, but you can change that by clicking on this gradient file here. And if you have in your presets already some gradients loaded, this is what you can do. You can change that. You can add also your own. This is so it's a starting point for you. Pretty. This gold touch, also nice, and you can combine two with each other. So it's really a point where you start to change the color of your images. And if you, when you are happy, you go and save it as a JPEG, and then you can load it in your layouts, for example. So this greenish is also pretty cool. And then we have this here. There's another one. You can see it intensifies. The first one is the color effect number 5, intensifies the colors, and double click on it. And is it this? Custom. I have turned it off. And this is what you can do. Also here you can change it with those curves now. You can use here also one of those presettings. What I recommend here is if you save that now, so if you have an image or anything, save that as a second try, or only put a 1, and that you don't overwrite the original files, because then you lose the original settings. But what you also can do, this was just an idea in my head, just hold on, where is it? Not new, move, place, reveal, and finder. Here we have it. What you can do that nothing happens, that is something you can always do. I know that how it works on a Mac. I am not sure how you can do that on a PC, but maybe if you Google it or anything, it will turn out a result. But if you press now Command I here for this file, and you go onto this file and go to, it's now all in German. Where is it? It says here, it's Formular block calls it. But if you turn that on, if you make here this little check mark here, you not can overwrite that anymore. It will always open as a new file and as a copy. So this is an idea that nothing will happen to your original file, and it duplicates it immediately as soon as you open it. Double click on it, it makes a copy. So you will not lose the original file with this setting. So okay, also here a few different settings here. By double clicking, you can play around, you can change it. It's a file, really change your photos in a way you maybe never had done before. what is also possible by taking this and duplicate the layer, and you go to, we have our here, and we place that now on top and turn that on, and that file now changed here the whole layer. And the more we move it down, the less will now I lost it over here. Now we have less what is later recolored. So now it's only the dolphin. And if you delete the mask here, delete layer mask, you can also do something like that. Let's do, we go up again. I want to recolor only the summer word art. And I'm searching it just, it's over here. Okay. And we go on to the summer layer, select pixels. We go to the color effect 20 and create a mask. And now we have only the summer recolored. That's a lot. I'm just teaching you. I know, I think I need to create some other videos and teaching you that more details, but that you have a little bit of an idea what is all in this toolbox for you to use. Okay, so these are the color effects, and they only work in Photoshop CC. So please check that out, that if you have Photoshop CC, it will work. Yes, color effects. Going back into the photo, we have the free color styles and the swatches. We have already loaded them, and then we have the mix of styles. Pack A I have loaded, and now we have the second, and let's, sorry for the hicks. So let's see what we can do here. Pixel Bay we don't need now. We have a lot of styles here, and this is how they look like. We have a little golden, some I like this texture a lot, and they look great with the painter's toolbox together, by using maybe that one, another layer, and we paint here, that one, another layer, and that one. We have here some gold, and for the gold you can change here. That's a little bit small. That's a little bit too big, to 20. And it will only look good if you only see really bit of the gold. Then we have here those. And everything will blend. I think since a year I want to set up my menu, and I'm pushing it always forward to not do it. So this is the style pack, and perfectly to use with the brush tools here to have great effects. There are so many styles here. And this is one with some birds, which you can blend in. And then we have some cracked. And then we have some, what's that? sea stars. A little bit of water here. And yes, these are the style mix, and you get 25. I know I only showed you 25, but there are a little bit more than 25 styles in this pack. You get an A and a B folder when you download them. So I reduced them, I split them up into files for you, that you don't have two huge files to load. Yes, this was the Painter's Toolbox. A lot to use, a lot to combine, and I hope you enjoy to work with the Painter's Toolbox. But let's jump into the storybook templates. When you download the storybook templates or the weekly template, whatever, you always get this white canvas. Go and click on the first, open it, go on the click layer, click, hold, slide down on the layers, and everything will be turned on. How to use, they are very clean this time. I mean, very clean. I didn't add anything anything artsy, nothing. This is up to you to fill that and use the brush tools, artsy bits, for example. Where's the, or leave it how it is. If you like to have it clean, leave it how it is. This is what you can do. Only add a little bit of a detail and you are done. Place your text on it. Maybe change the color with the color settings here. And you are done with the title. So storybook, page 2 and 3. Let's open that one. Also click on the first layer and slide down and everything is turned on. This is how it looks. Page 2 and 3. And then we have page 4 and 5. Also here, we turn that on. And here we are. Place here maybe one of those letter papers. Copy, paste. Close that, place it on this, and now add here only your vacation photos. For example, that one. And what you can do now is you can add here those color effects. One way, you create out of the photo you have placed now a smart object. Double click on it. Okay, this is your photo. And we go to the color effects. We open a new one, and then we can add here, move that onto the photo, the PSB file, the opened smart object, and now you can add here those color effects. For example, that one, or that one. This one, that's dramatic, but you can see the result. Close it. Close that one, we don't need that. And as you can see, voila, we have to change the photo. And if you want to change it again, click on the smart object, it will open again. You can change again here the color and save it, close it, and you have that in your file created and change the color. And this is what you can do with each and every photo you place. Place it. We do that once more. That will be a long video for you. I'm sorry, but there's so much to explain in this collection, and I really liked that you are happy with what you get and know how to use everything. Okay, so we have this legs here. We have clipped it into the mask. We go onto the image with the legs. We go right mouse click, convert to smart object. It needs a few seconds, and then you go into the little icon on the corner, so you have your new photo, and then we have here those color effects from the other photo now, and we move that here on top, and we can save it. And as you can now see, you have the same color now on the leg photo as you have here. And this is what you can do. You have the same mood for each and every photo on one page using the same color effect settings, right? And you can change it always. Look at it. This is the leg. Oh, now I don't know anymore. Which one was the... I think that one. David. And as you can see, now we have the same color effect here. I think it's pretty awesome, this color effect file. It's really one PSD and you can use it 100 times. It's really a starting point. These are the storybook templates, and page 6, 7. We open our click, hold, slide down. So this is it. We have here one big photo and 3 little ones and a little bit of a text, so not much to do for you. So if you don't have much photos, this is just perfect for you to create a beautiful set of photo books with the storybook templates. Okay, so this is what you can see, what you get with the storybook templates. And go and close that, and we go into... This is one. Okay, this is something I want to save. Sandy beaches, and I go to the layouts and save that in here. And then we have the weekly template here. This is how it looks. Also here, double click on it and click on the first layer, slide down, and you have everything turned on. Week 27. You can see in the preview what it can look like when you add some photos. Also here, week 28. And then we have week 29 with a lot of layers and a lot of to clip. And also here we have week 30 and we have week 31, which is only a blending of different kind of mask for you. Okay, unbelievable. Let's see how long I needed for that. It's over an hour. I really need to apologize for this really long unpacking video, but I needed to tell you so much. Even what I showed you now is only a little bit. There are so much to explain, and you can use only that 1 hour video now to increase your skills, and really give yourself time working with the tools. And I need to mention that all the time in my videos. Please come into the Artology group. It's artology.com. No, not .com. It's artology.studio. Also, you can go into the folders, and there is this social channel URL. Double click on it. You will be redirected on my blog. And there is a page with all the links, important links. Also, you can hear in the corner, the Artology Facebook group. When you click on it, you will be directed onto it. If you're not registered to it, you need to fill out one of those few questions we have added, because I only allow customers, scrappers, but don't other designers in the group. You can see my CT girls show their work, and also customers show their work, and you can ask if you have any questions. I'm going to show you the videos, whatever. So this is maybe something, if you're not already registered, please feel free to come in, and we are happy to have you in the group. Okay. This is it. a lot. I talked really a lot. It's very late now, almost 1 at night, and like each time, I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna see us in the next videos, and see you soon. Bye.